Okay, let's now look at question 1. Okay, question 1 says that there's an object of mass 20 kg. So in this case, it's good to include the quantity into the diagram. So in this case, I'll just label this object as 20 kg. Okay, something that is indicated here. Okay, plot a slope of 15 meters. Okay, it's already here, so I don't have to add on. The frictional force between the object and the slope is 30 Newton. So in this case, this information is not in the diagram, so it's good to add it on. So in this case, frictional force will oppose the motion. So in this case, if the object is trying to move up the slope, the direction of the frictional force has to be opposite in direction. So in this case, I'll use the arrow to indicate the slope area. Okay, and it's opposite in direction to the motion. So this is 30 Newton. Okay, so it's good to include all these things before you start solving the question. So there's another very important information given here, which is the height of the slope. So it's 5 meters here. So these are important information for us to solve this question. So the question asks, what is the minimum work done by the force? For minimum work done, we can form an equation. Okay, the work done is actually, there are two things that it's trying to do. Okay, the first thing it's trying to do is to, if we observe the 5 meters, first thing it's trying to do is to gain GPE. So the first one is actually to gain GPE. Okay, so GPE, the formula is mgh. So is mass is 20, so 20 on G is always 10, so times 10 times 5. So in this case, I'll get my answer, which is 1000 joule. Okay, so this is the first part of what the work done is trying to do, which is to gain GPE, so that it can move up the certain height of 5 meters. Okay, the second part, you notice there's another force given in the question, which is the frictional force. So the work done by this particular force, this arrow here, is actually used to overcome the frictional force. So the second force to overcome is actually the work done against friction. So it's actually work done against friction. So in this case, work done against friction is actually the force, okay, which is 30, times the distance moved, which is 15. Okay, so in this case, the answer is 450 joule. So if we add these two energies together, the answer will be 1450. Okay, so the answer is C. Okay, that's all.